What's up, everybody? Bad Gamer popping back in. Time to do some art stuff. We haven't done a coloring stream in a little while, so I thought, all right, it's time to do the thing. That should be coming back in now for you. Sorry about that. Yeah, all the things happen at once, Paul. Sorry about that. So let me get you back your sheesh. I will give you back your sheesh, sir. I gotta wait. We gotta get Good Roots Games! Rated with a party of 7! Hey! Welcome, Raiders. Okay, you guys know what time. Oh, hold on, I moved it. You guys know what time it is. When we get raided, we do a raid song. There we go, Roots Raid. Hey. All right, let's do a song. Raid song. Oh my gosh, she's so well. Oh my gosh, she's so sweet. She is good enough to eat. Oh my gosh, it's Good Roots Games. She's so awesome for being here, and everybody give her a cheer. She's Good Roots Games. How are you doing, Roots, my friend? I hope our friendship never's gonna end. You are awesome. Thanks for the raid. I will make sure you get paid. Wait, thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid. Oh my gosh. Most of that was true. I love how the note soured that one. I was about to be like, I love your song. We got a follow song. Yo! Is that a shake? Is that how my insert doves too? Okay, hold on. Hold on, let me grab it. Okay, we're gonna double it up. Oh, there we go. That's 2 follows in a row. Oh my, don't you know it shakes? And the dubs. Thank you for following here. And you have nothing to fear because we get you lots of loves. Double follow when we do pretty science. Oh man, I just peed my pants. That's pretty gross and it's untrue to believe. I wouldn't do 1 or 2. I'm gonna call him Shik from now on. That's my new favorite thing. Shinjinx? When you come here, you're Shinx now. We have 2 Shinxes. All right. So that Fortnite might have a Morbius skin. Ooh. Oh, Shinji or Shin. Okay. All right. Thanks, Shin and Dubs for being here in the follows. Oh my gosh, you guys. We are doing Pretty Science. That's what I call art because I'm not an artist, but I understand the concepts of science. So that's where we are with this. We're doing Pretty Science. And did my camera just come unplugged? I think my camera just came unplugged. All right, we gotta reset the camera. It looks like it's right, but it's not. It's not. I'm glad that it died there. Give me a second. Here we go. It's back. It looked like my camera was good, but it wasn't. We lost like everything at once because I am horrible at cable management. One moment, please. I will try to fix my cable management. I really suck at cable management, and when I tried to fix my headphones and my mic, it went wonky. So there's that. Have so much fun with the Pretty Science. Ah, yes. Lurk away, sis. Lurk away. All right, so Pretty Science. So, I mean, maybe, I guess. I don't know. So here's the deal, you guys. I watch a lot of YouTube art videos, and because I'm trying to learn how to do things. I'm trying to learn how to be a better artist. I can't draw. Well, I shouldn't say I can't draw. I don't draw as well as I would like to right now. But I'm experimenting with other people's art and other people's styles. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna try watercolor, but I'm not great at watercolor. I've tried it. It's not bad. I usually use it as a secondary piece for over top of markers. And I thought, but I really want to try it. So I looked up how to do watercolor, and I realized that I just need to be able to control it. Shapes is always a good start in learning how to draw. I know. But I'm also impatient. I want to be able to draw super well right now, like Dark Flowery. Oh, there she is. Hey, Flowery, how are you? So I thought, okay, I'm gonna experiment. Let's look at YouTube. What are different ways we can watercolor? Well, we've got watercolor pencils, and that was really good for me because I can control that, and then I can control a little bit better with a brush. And then I saw a video yesterday or this morning, one of the two, about using water-based markers and a water pencil or a water pen or whatever they're called, and using that as, you know, the medium. Give me 1 second. I gotta exit Pokemon trading card online. Throw water on the paper. That's not how that works, Paul. So I thought, oh, I could do that. So I grabbed like a couple of my son's markers, right? A couple of my son's markers, like regular just Crayola markers, right? And I did that. Well, okay, so first I did the purple, right? I drew a line, and then I tried to do it, and it didn't turn out good. And this is again how I did it. And then I did a smaller line here on the orange, and it worked a little bit better. But then, you guys, I touched the, hold on, I'll show you here. I'll give you an example. And these are not the washable ones, you guys. These are not the washable ones. I took my brush, right? And I touched the marker to the brush and it transferred some of the ink, and it works like a charm. And I thought, well, if I can do this with the non-washable ones, what can I do with the ones that are supposed to come out with water, with soap and water, right? So what I did, hold on, let's put this back. What I ended up doing, you guys, was I picked up this right here. You can kind of see it. 100 Super Tips washable markers by Crayola. Cheap markers. All right. 100 markers of those watercolor marker, water-based markers, cost the same as like 2 to 3 Copic markers, alcohol markers. So I got 100 of them for that. So I said, all right, I'm gonna do some tests, right? Because I also saw some videos about how you can use alcohol blenders, and they work for the watercolor pencils. They do, because I know that because Dark Flowery was the one that got me the watercolor pencils so that we could try it, and they work. They don't work nearly as well for these markers. Trying to transfer that. Also, this is cardstock. So I did the marker directly on there and with water, tried to do it. That's how it turned out. The brush to the tip-to-tip option, that's this one. The alcohol blender, and then the alcohol directly with the line on there. On this paper, didn't look great. But on the watercolor paper, you guys, look at this. Marker direct on with water. So the marker went down and I pulled it down on the watercolor paper. That's awesome. If I really want just a light one. And then marker with water tip to tip. The alcohol, still not great, so I didn't even try the alcohol direct. Didn't go well. But these are results that I was getting by doing the tip-to-tip option. And so I thought, okay, what can I do? I'm gonna try different things. Well, this is where we start to experiment. All right, so we have a base, so an artist base. This is too much information for me to process. What's up, Paul? So we start with an artist base, right? So I started with a picture from on TikTok. On TikTok, he's small in art. On Twitter, he's small and round, but his name is Jeremiah Kentner. Oh, Dubs, thank you. I'll take a breath. A little bit of waters. I got a little bit left. I can do this. All right. So Jeremiah Kentner, fantastic artist, amazing artist. His work is perfect for this. As a matter of fact, hold on. Show you examples of his work. Here's an example of his work. His art is perfect for watercolors. Perfect for watercolors. I see you, Dubs. Give me a second here. So I thought, all right, we're gonna try some. I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I'm gonna try it. So I tried it, and then I also experimented doing some pastel pencils and blending those in. God darn it, dude. I'm gonna run out. When the water's gone, we just don't do hydrates. Just so you know. Next up, toilet break. Paul, I'm a professional. I went before I went on the trip. Um, um, where was I? Oh yeah. So we did. So I did pastel pencils, and so I blended those a little bit too, and that's hold on. That's what we got. That's a Jeremiah Kentner that I did. So now it's time to try other things. I have, there's a little bit of gel pen in there too. I don't know if you can see, it's a little glittery right up in here. Trying to get it to sparkle a little bit. Well, there it is. So we're gonna experiment, and what I've decided, you guys, and Dark Flowery helped me pick the pick the image we're gonna use. So we're gonna use this one. Now the thing is, this is watercolor paper. And I usually like to use, and that right there is a new thing for me, because this is not watercolor paper. This right here is the cardstock I've been using lately. It's a 65 pound cardstock that's great for markers, great for colored pencils, the pastels, not great for watercolor. This is. So, when I color pictures, the colors in my head to see, when I color, I picture the colors in my head to see what it would look like. Ooh, that's great. And I usually will use a swatch card, like this one right here, swatch card. So this was a lot of my testing of the concept. Now, I have, for art supplies, you guys, I've started to collect a lot. So I have a travel set of things, I've got an office set of things, and I've got a home set of things. I'm gonna challenge myself to only use the home set. Now, granted, the home set is pretty vast. It's a pretty big set. But I can't use, my travel set is the pastel pencils. I can't use those. I'm not allowed to use those, guys. So I can, however, use, if I want to use something pastels along with the watercolor, because we're going to do that, I have to use these soft pastels. Pastel chalk is what some people call them. So I'm gonna have to use these if I want to use pastels, which is a whole other set of issues because of the size of this. These are meant for bigger things. So we're gonna have these pastels over here off to the side. And now I also need to choose my colors for this. My rule that I've been putting on myself is I can only use a total of 20 things. All right? 20 things. So I know that I'm going to want to use the pastels. So if I match color for color just in pastels, I can only use 10 pastels. And I can only use 10 markers. But I know that I'm also going to want to use gel pens. So as of right now, if I'm going to use if I'm going to go to 20 things, I can use 6 gel pens, 6 pastels, 6 markers, and that right there takes me to 18. I'm counting this, the water brush, that's 19. and maybe a white paint pen. Maybe. All right. So and my favorite white paint pen, and a partridge in a pear tree. My favorite white paint pen is in my travel set. So I can't use that. All right. So let's do this. Let's pick some colors, you guys. All right. Let's go up to here. Oh, not that. And we're picking from here mainly. All right. All right. So we're gonna need a flesh tone. I think that's a flesh tone. It's pretty packed pretty tight in here, you guys. Right. That's kind of a flesh tone. All right. And what we can do is we can layer this. But I think I want to also a little bit darker flesh tone as well. For some shadows. All right. And then hair. You know what? If we went, no, we did purple today. I don't want to go green. Let's go blue. If we go here for the hair, we can kind of fan it out and be dark. Her eyes are closed, so we don't have to worry about that. We're gonna grab a yellow for the stars. And what if we went with a teal, like that's a bluish green here for her dress? All right, so that's 5. Ooh, makeup. Oh, you know what? No. We'll use. Okay, so we'll use the pastels for the makeup. Let's go with a dark green for the plant. Oh, we dropped her. Hold on. You go, lady. Dark green. Yellow. And all right, we're gonna start here. Cam! What's up, buddy? Alerts are not on. Blurps are here. Hold on. Blurps are here. And you guys should be getting some sound, right? Are you guys getting sound? Yeah, that's sound is on. Wait, did somebody else raid? Oh my gosh! First Geek 411 just raided. That's why stuff's not going off. Okay, all right, hold on. All right, thanks, Paul. See, this is why Paul's here. Let's do a raid song. First Geek 411. No alerts. Okay, we got to work on that. Give me a second. Uno momento, por favor. I'm checking on that. Okay, first off, let's get First Geek 411 the alerts. I mean the songs here. Can I hear the music? I can hear the music. Is it too loud? All right. All right. First Geek. wait. Hey, it's First Geek 411. How you doing, friend and son? What's up? How is your what was your stream? Sorry about the no alerts. I feel like a big old jerk. Thank you. I'm too mean. Thank you for bringing all of your friends. This is awesome. I hope it doesn't end. Thank you for being here. Everybody throw up a cheer. Thank you for the thank you for the thank you for the raid. How you doing, Cam? Hey guys, thank you, Paul. Thank you. If you guys want to check out the socials, go ahead and do the thing. Today we're doing Pretty Science. It's what I call art because I understand it better. I don't have an intro, Z. I need to do some things. I am Bad Gamer Elite, and this is our second art stream. So hold on here, you guys. I want to double check to see why we are not getting our stuff that we're supposed to. Oh, no thanks. Blurp tried to get me to their Discord. Give me a second, you guys. Yeah, there's all the things are there. It usually works for me. I do know a friend of mine was having some issues before, a couple weeks ago, and I was not. So, all right, hold on. Let's give this a try, you guys. Yeah, Blurp is not working, you guys. Give me a second. Let's try that again.
So that I may talk, squirrel.
There it is. Blurp is now fixed. There we go, you guys. All right. And now I also add an alert box, you guys. So there you go. Your walk on is burnt. Hold on. I got you. Z. I got you, buddy.
Red Solo Cup, I fill you up. Let's have a party.
I got you.
Let's have a party.
Z is here. There you are, sir. I got you. All right, so now I can re-say we weren't reading check, and I can't hear my walk on. All right, I got you. I got you. Here's your walk on, sir. It's a lot of supplies, dude. It's a lot of supplies. And there's this guy who gave me a ton of Copic markers to use until he needed them back. You might know him. All right, you guys. So let's do this. Let's get started on this. We're gonna play as we go. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 14 more things that I can use. So we're gonna start here. All right. Trading markers for Pokemon packs. Apparently, I've got a friend who doesn't, who collects the cards, you guys, who collects the Pokemon cards, does not play the online trading game, so he's sending me his codes. All right, so here's the thing. We could probably save ourselves an item by not using this at all and just going here. I think I'm gonna do that. All right. Hand you into my phone with your stylus. Really? I need to look at that. All right, so here's what we're doing, you guys. We take the marker. Well, let's make sure the brush is clean. I should have gotten some paper towel. All right, but we make sure the brush is clean. And we touch tip. There we go. And then doing it all. Hold on. Did we get any? There it is. This watercolor paper. I picked up some low-cost watercolor paper, you guys, and I am having a blast with it. It is not expensive. I picked it up at Walmart, probably $5. Yo, a first-time chat from Mississippi Trauma. Thank you. Olaf from the Netherlands. Hey, Netherlands. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. See that we put that ding in there just so Paul can get my attention. Also for when I have an idea. What I need to do, here we go. All right. I also have Stream Up on my phone, you guys, but it wasn't updating the chat at all, so I didn't see anybody chatting earlier. So thank you to all of you that are popping in and hanging out. I'm not great at reading chat or noticing that there's a chat message that changed, especially when I'm hyper focusing on this stuff. But yeah, Mississippi Tara, yeah, it's chilling and drawing. Tara, what made you stop by? How are you? And Z, what is the emote of? I couldn't tell from here. Because slobs. Yeah, I like this. You guys. Miss Applehead. I misspell everything. Paul, Squirrel isn't on this screen yet. I need to do some updates. But I promise you it will make an appearance. The only squirrel we have right now is on Blurp. On this. This whole stream was kind of last minute. Because I hadn't done them in a while. I hadn't done a stream like an art stream in a long time. So I thought I do need to do one. And I kind of want to chill. But yeah, so I'll be working on an art background, an art, what do you call these things? Overlay. And that's Miss Applehead. Hello, Miss Applehead. Sorry, my bad. So what I'm doing, guys, I'm just drawing some of the ink into the water brush. And normally when I do any kind of coloring, I start with a alcohol marker base, but I've been warned that I should never use alcohol markers on watercolor paper. However, I have used watercolors on marker paper, and it's turned out pretty decent. So, but I really wanted to try. Watercolor paper. Anybody else do work with watercolors a bit at all? What's your experience with them? Because I am a noob. Obviously. I have so many noob tendencies right here. I do like the way this is turning out, though, you guys. So far. See, here's the thing. The chat's not updating on my phone. All right, click on the emote lamp. It should enlarge it. Okay. You are the first person that calls me Mississippi. Yay! I'm not alone. Also, welcome, BJ Hat, Portrait, Tara. Oh my gosh. Okay, you are speaking a different language that I do not understand or know, and I'm hoping that you're being a kind guy, Z. I mean, it would surprise me if you weren't being a kind guy, but I don't know any languages. I'm not a linguist, Z. I am not a linguist, sir. Your spelling's awful, Z. That's Dutch, Paul. Oh, welcome to the portrait. Hey, awesome. Yes, welcome to the family portrait, Tara. Wait, did Tara follow? Did Tara follow too? Did I miss a follow from Tara? Hey! Hey! There it is. Alert your back, you guys. And Miss Tara, let's get you a follow song. Give me 1 sec. Put a cap on these. Get you a follow song, ma'am. Uno momento, por favor. Wait, I do speak a little bit of another language. Okay. She came out of the blue and said, how do you do? I'm not a Mississippi Tara. It says Miss Applehead, but it's not something I dread because it happened 3 times before. That didn't rhyme at all. Thank you for being here, Miss Applehead. Tara, that's what I said. Welcome to the family portrait, sis. I hope that you don't miss. Hey, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. All right. You know, I'm glad that I have this up on the phone because I can see it what I'm doing a little bit better. So what made you stop, Miss Tara? Why did you say, yeah, I'm gonna hang out here for a second? There you go. Yep, you're all our family. You're welcome here. We try to keep it family friendly. Not all my friends are, and I know that's them. But over here, we do try to keep it family friendly. I know that when you come into my streams, it says, this stream is rated mature. And it's because I expect people to be mature here, to respect each other, love each other, to know that sometimes days suck, and if things happen, you can be here, come hang out and chat if you want, or stay silent and lurk. Either way. We're good. Yeah. Gotta hang out for the rest of the stream. Hey, thanks, Cam. We'll see you later, buddy. It's because obviously it's because you and Z are here. I mean, the rest of us know. I was just saying it for the folks that were new, that, might not know that they need to watch out for you scallywags. I love my scallywags. Every crew needs a couple at least. You guys got that on lock. There you go. Oh, what am I doing when the marker is close up to the can? Like this? Wait, hold on. Like this right here? What I'm doing is I am transferring some of the ink from the marker to the watercolor brush. So that it goes on like watercolor instead of like a marker. So we get this muted feel. Oh, you guys, I have an idea. Oh, I know how. Oh, I know how I'm gonna keep it under 20. I'm gonna keep it under 20. You guys watch. Watch this. So, those of you new to me doing this, anytime coloring helps me with my ADHD, because I'm purposeful about what colors I use, how I use them, where they go, and how many I have. It's my doctor, behavioral doctor, said that puzzles are a good thing, and I said, how about coloring? And they're like, yeah, as long as it's not willy-nilly and you think about it. Yeah. What does that color pen taste like? I don't know, Paul. I don't know, sir. You're more than welcome to come over and find out, Paul. I'll leave the porch light on for you, buddy. There we go. All right. Tara, is it okay to call you Tara, or do you prefer your full tag? Miss Applehead Tara is long. Dive out on mobile. Yes. Whatever you do, don't sneeze. Doesn't that no, because the marker itself is water based. And basically what ends up happening is the ink or the pigment just rolls back into the marker. Okay. Skin tone done, you guys. All right. Now, we said we were going to do the dress. All right. And so as you can see right here, Z, if I wipe it off on this spare sheet here, it's clean right there. No extra. All right. So we're gonna do all right. So question. No, we don't want to do that. We want to do, this is the dress. I'm gonna go on the dress. All right. Let's see here. I miss scratch and sniff pictures. Can you clean the tip of that blue marker in your coloring hand? Oh yeah. Absolutely. Give me a second. So the tip of this, you want this? That's right there. Hold on. All right, that's on my hand. And now check this. I'm gonna put the pigment on here. All right, I'm gonna let the other ink settle back in. So there we go, right? All right. We used to have an ink additive we use to add to the inks print that we print the short designs with. Once we printed a rose with a subsequent smell on the print. Really? Wow, dude. That's cool, Paul. All right, now here's the thing. Yeah, see that's fresh there. And then I squeeze the water brush a little bit. It puts water into it and it cleans it right out. Cinnamon one for a bakery. All right, so what I heard, there's some people that do that end up doing some of the marker directly on. But since I'm going to be using the pastels, I don't think I'm going to worry about that. See, if I did, these would be brighter, but the pastels are going to kind of even it out. I want it to be slightly muted before I put the pastels in. You're going to get green. No, it's fine. Z, it's fine. Look. Look at that. Absolutely fine. So what did you do with the blue dress? Is the same color as you did the skin with? It is not. You can barely see the color on the yellow. It's coming through. Yeah, it looks like it's stained, but it's not. I learned that with the alcohol markers, because I use the blender, and I use the blender for some of the other pieces that I do. And oh yeah, no, it's fine. See, look, absolutely fine. See. Yeah, there's not. It looks like it's stained. It is not. Well, I mean, it's stained, but nothing's gonna come off of it. All right. All good. All right. Oh, camera. Oh, yeah. There we go. I got it. No need to use camera. I got it. And the reason I noticed it because I'm also looking at the stream over here on my phone. All right. So now hold on. What's the opposite of green? Red is the opposite of green. I need her hair to be red. Ooh. Laura. All right. I'm putting this green back, but I'm not going to use that. I have an idea. But first, we need to mess with this blue. No, it's not. And even if I did, here, watch this. Do it down here. Look at that. It's that still that good fluorescent yellow. It's all good, Paul. I mean, Z. No worries, sir. Hakuna Matata. I mean, the other marker, the blue one with the... Oh, this is... Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So, yeah, this is a brush. No, it's fine. It's still fine. Either way, it's fine. No contamination. I promise. Oop. Almost knocked my phone over. Got it here. The tip says, yeah, it don't worry. The science says it will not. Because watch this. All right, blue's still coming out. Blue's still coming out. No blue coming out. It's fine. And look, there's still a little bit of dark on it, but it's fine. But nothing coming out. It's fine. Yeah, so just terminology, so we're all talking the same thing. These are the markers. This is the water brush. Water brush, markers. The fetal position crying. Tell Syl to give you a hug for me. There we go. So Z, how's the training going, buddy? You okay? The pen is blue. Go. So I'm still learning about this process and all this stuff, guys. So if you have learned anything and know any tips, hints, or anything like that, I'm more than happy to entertain them. There we go. Head off to bed. You got to work in the morning. All right, Paul. Have a good one, buddy. Have a good night. I can't wait for me to be able to draw to the point where I'm comfortable enough so I can make my own characters and do this stuff with it. Hey, hold on. Big Onion. Hey, how's it going? Thank you. Hey, what's up? Hello, I'm from Peru. Well, hello from the U.S. How are you doing? I am not an artist. I'm a guy that likes to color pictures. I did not draw this. Let's get some clarification out here right away. I like to color. I have an idea of decent color theories, what looks good together. I really enjoy learning about different techniques, but I do not draw professionally. I doodle. If anything, I doodle. Good to see you again. Whoever you are. Flowery. I'm not you. You are an amazing artist, a great graphic designer. And that's the thing. I surround myself with people that are better than me at what I love to do. I love to play Fortnite, so that's why I hang out with Darth Kryptonite and Z. That's not the only reason why, but I'm saying they're my guys that they understand the game way more than I do. They understand, they know what's going on in it more than I do. Paul, my buddy Paul, who just left. He went to bed. He is a Fortnite creative artist. He is so good. So good. Big Onion, I know who you are. But it's good to see you too, bro. You follow me right at 500 when all the three of us were talking, sitting down, man. Just chilling while everybody else is eating tacos and playing Mario Kart. Yeah, man. Buenos tardes. Hey, trying things are fun and helping each other. Yes. I supply. Here's the thing. If I need a boost, Classic Paul is the guy. Like, seriously. Dad jokes? I'm a dad, and I don't got dad jokes like Paul does. You were using loosely. Paul's freaking hilarious. Also, Paul teaches me a lot about Save the World in Fortnite. As does Darth Kryptonite. Big Onion, what you up to, bro? What you doing? What's going on? We spell with a U here. He used a U. Not nearly as many as you did. Feels like this has gone dry a bit, you guys. Give me a second. Now it should might be a little oversaturated now. There we go. There we go. I make humor. Hey, Lem, I actually sprayed body spray in my mouth today. Now I will talk with a weird accent. Oh, God. Darn it. There'll be none of that here, sir. Or all of it. I haven't decided yet. All right. How's she looking so far, you guys? What do you think? Looking good? You're amazing. Oh. Yeah, we're all amazing. You guys are a lot of fun. Especially just to hang out with me. As I tried Pretty Science. Let's try things. So here's the thing, guys. So far, I've got to think about what I'm doing with the background here. I have an idea. I'll let you in on it in just a second. Flowery, what are you working on? You said you're going to try to do some drawing today. Oh, it's okay for Paul. But it was I said that totally on purpose because I knew that would be the result. Wait a second, sir. How dare you? Oh my gosh, Z. I love you so much, man.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage. Oh my gosh, you guys. If there are two people, I guess technically three people in here, I know I can pick on heavy. It's Paul, Z, and Bill. Like, hardcore. I can mess with them. Shading my astronaut skydiving. Ooh, nice. Yes, absolutely. I would definitely throw it a light gray. All right, you guys. I might be done with the markers. All right. So that is 2, 3, 4, 5 markers, 6 total implements so far. So make sure I'm done with that. All right. Now this is where it's going to get tedious. I need to find myself a hair. This is gonna get tedious, guys. Coming in a few to do something real quick. Gotcha. Awesome. We'll see you in a second. I'm saying some grays and blues, light. Digital is so working on the layers. Yes. Depending on the medium, gray wash with rim lighting could make it pop. Tomorrow beers are on me. My beers are. You gotta get your own. So I told Bill. Okay, yeah. Flowery, if you're doing digital, use the burn and dodge tool. Yeah, Bill does digital. So what I'm doing here, guys, is outlining all the stuff out here in green with a gel pen. And I want to keep it all green so that my subject still is the main thing that we're looking at. I don't know if you guys can see how glittery it is. But this is dang glittery, you guys. It's dang glittery. Look for a burn and dodge. It might look like a hand or a magnifying glass. So that's burn and dodge. I just bought two pounds of thin sliced pastrami from Walmart. If I can't get a good Jewish deli hot pastrami sandwich, I'll make my own. Right? But being where you are, how do you not have a good Jewish deli, sir? You are... What? I don't understand how you don't have one near you, Z. Like, you should have nothing but awesome, great Jewish food and Cuban food. If nothing else. If nothing else, Jewish food, seafood, and Cuban food. That should be like the staple diet for where you are. Just saying. Might sound a little stereotypical, but to me, that's what Florida is. All of Florida. Definitely Boca, though. Whew. Does it look glittery to you guys? Looks kind of glittery on the screen. Wait till you see what I got next coming up, you guys. Wait for it. All right. Where I moved down south, we used to have an amazing place called Pastrami Club, but it closed a few years ago. Then 3 months before I moved here, I found an Einstein Bros Bagels. What? From Cat's Deli? Oh, snap. Bro. Yo, let's go. I do not know where to find good pastrami here in Wisconsin. Like, I can find okay pastrami, but like what I need. So Bill knows this place. What I need is somebody to do like they did a pizza place here called Sal's. The guys at Sal's Pizza are from Brooklyn. The family originated up there. The whole recipe and everything originated there. And that has 100% the best pizza. I know it might be upsetting some Chicagoans, but hey, Jen! Very pretty picture. We're doing pretty science, Jen. We're experimenting with playing around with different mediums. Can you guess how I did all of this, Jen? Can you guess how I did all of this? Just by looking at it, how do you think I did that? You let me know if I need to move my hand again. Sharpie and alcohol? Nope. Dark Flower digital art is my jam. I'm actually thinking of doing a digital art stream, but I don't know if people would be interested. Darth, everybody here would be interested. They're watching me color. You 100% would need to do one. If you stream it, they will come. Hi Z, is it what? I watch a lot of, yeah. Darkflyer and I are always on Art Talk. Jen, I did it by using a watercolor, a water brush, and touching the tip of the water brush to a water-based pencil. So yeah, so I'll give you an example because I want to add some more here. So basically, what I did is this: touch the tip, get a little bit of the water-based ink on it, right there. Now that that's dried a little bit, I can add to it. There you go. Dude, why not? Absolutely. Do the thing. Thank you. All right. Go, yeah, do the dinner. Later, buddy. Yeah, so that's how I did that, Jen. Also, where's my Chathams? You doing okay? What's out of your control zone? What's out of your control zone? I'll do it this way so you guys can still see what I'm working on. Still got some ideas for this, you guys. This is not it. Oh, you know why the gel pen feels different going on? This is watercolor paper. It feels different going on. Forgot about that. Oh, doing an art stream? Do it. Yeah, turn on some tunes and let's go. Really, that's all it is, DK. And you know what I'm about to say. Because if I can do it, you can do it. Ooh, that's hair. That's hair right there. I missed some hair. Ooh, hold on. Let's get this to color a little bit more. So we're losing some color on it. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to color directly because we know that we can get some color out of it doing it this way. And then this. Spread that color out.
Everyone knows it's butter.
That's me.
Butters! What's going on, buddy? I love that intro for you so much. Oh, that's so great. Wednesday at 7, sir. Okay, so we lost some integrity there, you guys. That's okay. All right, so Butters found a new watercolor tool. Water-based markers. And that's how we get our colors for that. Except for these. These are all this is all what do you call it? Gel pens. Oops. My wife's calling. Be right back.
Catch the wall.
Hey guys. Okay, back. Sorry, had a phone call. So what I'm using here for this shading around here is the pastels. All right. So that counts as another thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can go up to 20. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna get some more pastel, and I'm gonna even out her skin tone a little bit. I like it. What do you guys think so far? Even out that skin tone just a little bit. You can still see that it is watercolor, but it. Now the only thing is, it gets a lot of stuff gets lost in here. So what I'm gonna do there. Give her a little bit of that. And then we'll go back with some of the skin tone back over it. So far, what are we thinking? I like it so far. All right, and then we are going to do a little bit of that blush on the shoulder. But then we come back with the skin tone on the top of it. think I need to give a little deeper on the shadow over here. Kind of even that out just a little bit. Yeah, that helps. That helps a lot. I have to look at it how you guys are seeing it too. Excuse me. Ding. So, sir, you have inspired my Wednesday stream. Want a hint at the piece I'll be working on? I swear, if you are working on Aloy, I formally request a digital copy so that I can do for the next stream. All right. Hey, give me your face. Oh, you're looking at Mystique? Yeah. Awesome. Give me your face. All right. So I've used 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 12 more pieces I could use, you guys. Let's do this. $11 more pieces I could use. All right. The face just looked a little flat, you guys. So I like it, I think. What do you guys think? I never successfully done a Mystique. She is so intimidating and not forgetting. Right? Trying to think. Is there anything else I want to add? No, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. I need to just, like, walk away. I don't... You know what we could do, though? Little glitter star. little glitter star there. Yellow accent there. Oh, you know what? No, she doesn't need them. Sometimes I like to put freckles there, but she does not need them. Hold on though. What happens? Nope. But they don't need to be. They don't need to be white. What if I might be messing this up, you guys? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. That was what it needed. It was just so flat. It was so flat. That's what it needed. Ah. You guys. There it is. Okay. I want to try one more thing. And I might be messing this up. I learned a technique, you guys. And it involves... Hold on. I don't want this. I don't want this color. You guys ready for this? It involves crayon. This might be what messes it up. But you color hard on the crayon. Try not to go outside of that. And then we take... Dang it, I have the perfect tool for it, but it's in the travel. We're not using that. Using that. Okay. Here's what we do. We're going to use a Genji pin. And we just scrape away the blue. And we take a brush that we have on hand and just wipe the excess. may have ruined it. Dang it, son of crap. All right, I'm taking a mulligan. We'll call it. I'm using two things. Cause I still had plenty left. I had 10 left. Now I have 8 left. This is the perfect tool for this technique. There we go. Woo. I just wanted the blue to stand out a little bit. And it does. All right, so, but that's what this is about, guys. Experimentation. We're experimenting. It's pretty science. What just happened? Oh my gosh! Oscillator raid. What's going on? Hey, how's everybody doing? Oh my gosh. Let's get that raid song going. Hold on. Oscillator? Hold on. Where? The thing. All right. Raiders, welcome. Figure I'd never see you out when I was trying to raid, so I had to take the opportunity. But we're just, oh my gosh, we were just trying some art stuff, different techniques. Let me get you your raid song. Oh, there it is. That's why we have the thing. That's why we have that one. Okay. Whew. Oscillator. All right, here we go. Oscillator, how are you? Thanks for doing that thing you do. You brought in your friends with a raid. Thank you for bringing them here. Everybody give a cheer. Thank you for the raid. We are doing a little bit of art, but I call it pretty science because it sounds so smart. Thank you for stopping by. Hi, everybody. Hi. Thank you for the raid. Oscillator. I need that cat jam emote right now. Welcome Raiders. Hi, my name is Bad Gamer Elite, aka that Lem guy. I'm a variety streamer. I play games. I do in-game photography. We do art streams. If you want to get to know me even more, hey guys, there's the socials right there. linkapp.com/badgamerelite. Go check it out. We're called the Gametographers because our community was built and founded on caring for people that do in-game photography, virtual photography, and you can check out a lot of them right here on the gallery. All right, Work is finally over. Later, buddy. Yes, also, joining on the Discord. So there's that. So thank you. Thank you for the raid. What you been up to? What were you playing? Ooh, do I have my shout out thing here? Hold on. Let's see if we can do a shout out.
On the Dysfunctional Gaming channel, I play D&D on Fridays with Patch and Thundercat, who were about to raid. So that's been a fun new experience for me because I'd never played D&D prior to this and actually kind of hated it prior to this. So this is like my turning point.
The shout out. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Darth, do it again. He was not on the screen. Do another one. Let's see if we can make that happen. Unless Darth went already. There it is.
Get underneath something.
Oh, look at him.
Is he gonna throw me in a soup?
Oh, you just stuff you into a fish? The fuck, dude? Eat the rats, and by rats I mean the rich. What's up, a suspicious shark? Can we get a shout out?
Oh, that's gold, bro. That's gold. I love it. Oh man, you guys. So yeah, so we're doing what we call pretty science, trying things out for art's sake. So what we did is we have a lot of mixed mediums here. This is watercolor paper. So we have a watercolor water brush. It's a watercolor brush with the water inside right here. And then we took a, let's see if I can still do it. Oh, we used a lot of stuff. All right, I'll have to do it on this scrap paper. So then we take the water-based marker and we get it in there, and then we paint with that. So basically, we're making the Crayola markers look good, as opposed to using like Copics or Prismacolors, which are pretty darn expensive ones. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. That's what we did. Examples of other art we've done. Let's see here. Oh, I'm not a great artist myself. I don't draw very well, but I'm working on it. For instance, in my sketchbook here, I usually use my sketchbook for color swatching. Here, let me move that. I usually use my sketchbook for color swatching. But what I did start to do, because I got a challenge from my wife and kid, I did some doodling, and this is the holiday armadillo on Easter. This is an Eggosaurus Rex. I just drew an egg shape, and I said, what can I make out of it? And it's an Eggosaurus Rex. Then I saw a TikTok about drawing fashion stuff, and that's as close as I got. S tier animal. So I haven't really drawn much, but I have colored a bunch. Let me see if I can find some of the pieces that are done. Give me a second, you guys. This is one that I just did last night, and I try to do different stuff. I really favorite certain artists, and the person that did this one his name is Jeremiah Kentner. He's small and round on TikTok and small and art on small and round on Twitter and small and art on TikTok. This one is from Creative Cara. I did that one using fine liners and pastel pencils. This one is another, I do a lot of Creative Cara work. This is using markers and colored pencils and a little bit of gel pen, primarily markers. Another Jeremiah Kentner with primarily markers. This is a raw sushi using markers. Oh, and some pastels. This is a Camilla Day something or other. I forget her name. Markers and gel pens. Another raw sushi using just gel pen and a little bit of pastels. Another marker and gel pen by Camilla. Marker by Camilla. Marker and gel pen, Camilla. Just marker, Camilla. More Camilla, just marker. No. That's marker, gel pen, and pastels. This is a raw sushi. I don't remember how I did this one. I don't remember. It might be just pastels. This is a Mei Yu. That is Frog Skull is dope too. Yeah, Mei Yu. She's an artist on YouTube. She does. She wrote this coloring book. I get all my stuff from coloring books, you guys. 100 styles art. So she'll do the same character in 10 different styles. So she's got 10 characters in here in 10 different styles. But that is a Pokemon Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Another raw sushi. I think this was gel pen and marker. That's Creative Kara marker. Another Jeremiah Kettner marker and what is it? Marker and pastels. Creative Kara marker and gel pen, paint pen. Creative Kara marker, pastels, paint pen, gel pen. So, and you'll see that I'll even try the same pick twice, just with different styles, different types of coloring. So, but yeah, that's we call it Pretty Science because we're experimenting with different mediums and different stuff, and what do we like, what don't we like. But these are my latest 2 experiments. So yeah. Anybody got questions about? Oh yeah, I also make my own coloring pages using in-game photography. So virtual photography. This one is one from Fortnite because I do a lot of Fortnite. Yeah, man, absolutely. And that one is from Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and of course, Horizon series, Aloy. So yeah, so I do all of that with our in-game photography. And I'm gonna say hi to our bot friend. Hello, bot friend. Bye, bot friend. All right. Aloy, right? Right. But yeah, so one of the things that I do for our patrons is every month the tier 3 and tier 4 patrons get coloring pages for their own, and then tier 4 patrons, I actually will I'll color one for them and mail it out to them. So but yeah, so that's what we do. You caught me right as I was about to take off too. So I'm glad that you were able to stop by. Thank you. Yeah. I'll be on tomorrow morning. I've got to do some in-game photography for Fortnite. I'm trying to do 39 character studies by the end of the year. That's one a week. I might have to double up on a couple as sometimes I'm going to be out of town. Yeah, you do. You know, let's see if anybody we know is on. Give me a second here. Let's find out if anybody's on. Let's see here. Banana's on. Yo, he's playing some Skyrim. Let's go raid Banana. We're gonna raid. Let's see here. The greatest Banana 12. The greatest Banana 12. Stick around at least just for the raid. And give Banana a cheer. You could use your channel points, you guys. If you've got channel points, you can use channel points to unlock one of the emotes for one of the sub emotes and let Banana know that we're there. If you don't have that, it's a GT raid. GT raid. Right there, you guys. Guys, thanks for being here. Bad Gamers Unite. Remember, if I can do it, you can do it. Peace. What the what? Remember, GT Radio. Woohoo! Bang, 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 bang. No way. Oh, here we go.